All right, let's dive into today's topic. Money can destroy nations, and we have seen it happen. When a country starts printing money recklessly, like Zimbabwe did, it leads to catastrophic consequences. Now, America is on a similar path, and the implications are dire. This is an essential discussion because people are starting to realize that printing money is not a sustainable solution. Yet, it seems to be the only one our government has left. We often hear that demography is destiny. Watching demographic trends can help us predict future events because the population's behavior shapes the future. Currently, we are in a triple bubble scenario with bubbles in the real estate, stock market, and bond markets. It's becoming evident that something is seriously wrong when $300 trillion in financial assets vanish and don't return for a long time. By analyzing demographics, we can see the greatest economic boom in history was from 1983 to 2007, driven by the baby boom generation. In the 1980s, many believed Japan and Asia would dominate the world, but the US had a significant baby boom that fueled immense economic growth. However, this boom ended in 2007, leading to the financial crisis of 2008. Governments responded by printing money, which might have been justifiable for a year to counteract a severe downturn. Yet, they continued this practice for over a decade, leading to escalating fiscal irresponsibility. Printing money for short-term relief is understandable, but doing so for 13-14 years, especially with massive fiscal stimulus during the COVID-19 pandemic, is sheer insanity. It shows how desperate and irrational governments have become. Instead of allowing natural economic cycles to correct themselves, they have created the greatest bubble in history by inflating financial assets without increasing real income. This has disproportionately benefited the wealthy, leaving everyday people struggling. The economy is in a fragile state, and the reckless money printing will eventually lead to a collapse. This could happen just as we are poised to grow again with the millennial generation. We should have experienced a more significant downturn in 2008-2010 to purge bad debt, but now we face even more substantial debt issues. It's going to be a painful process to eliminate this debt, but it's necessary for future growth. Common sense dictates that an economy cannot grow indefinitely by printing money. This artificial growth leads to disastrous consequences. The world has been high on non-stop stimulus since 2009, and this will not end well. We are heading towards a significant collapse, much like the one from 1929 to 1942, which took decades to recover from. Let's talk about the baby boom generation, which drove the greatest economic boom from the mid-1980s until 2007. Their peak spending years fueled massive growth, but now, as they age, we are facing the repercussions of their decline. The government has tried to fight this natural economic cycle by inflating financial assets, but this cannot continue indefinitely. A significant crash is inevitable, and it's going to be worse than many anticipate. Why do people believe in unsustainable economic practices? It's often because they want to hear what reassures them. During a boom, people invest heavily, and they prefer to believe that the growth will continue indefinitely. However, demographics show that a slowdown is unavoidable. Developed countries are experiencing declining birth rates, which will affect economic growth. Governments need to stop interfering with natural economic cycles and allow the market to correct itself. The millennials, born after the baby boomers, will bring some economic growth starting in 2024, but it will not be as substantial as the previous boom. The millennials will peak around 2037, leading to a shorter and less intense period of growth. The baby boomers had a more extended influence due to their larger numbers and significant economic contributions. Gen X, the generation following the baby boomers, has faced unique challenges. They grew up during a period of declining birth rates and economic uncertainty. However, when financial assets finally correct and prices become more reasonable, Gen X will have opportunities to invest profitably again. It's crucial to understand that current high valuations in stock and bond markets are unsustainable. Now, let's take a moment to remind you to subscribe to our channel, Economic Hero, for more insights into economic trends and financial strategies. If you're finding this content valuable, hit that subscribe button and stay updated with our latest videos. As we look towards the future, it's essential to understand that we will never see another boom like the one from 1983 to 2007. Developed countries, particularly Europe, are already lagging behind. The economic growth we experience moving forward will be different, driven by different factors and demographics. One significant trend is the shift towards Asia. Countries like China and India will become major economic powerhouses. As the developed world faces demographic challenges, Asia will continue to grow. This shift is inevitable, and it will shape the global economy for decades to come. In conclusion, the economic practices we have seen over the past decade are unsustainable. Printing money indefinitely leads to severe consequences. We must allow natural economic cycles to take their course, even if it means enduring short-term pain for long-term gain. The future growth will come from new generations and emerging markets, and we must be prepared for these changes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel, Economic Hero, for more content on economic trends and financial strategies. Stay tuned for more insightful videos, and until next time, take care.